I'm back. I know I said I love this hat, but I am going to take it off. I know I said I wasn't going to do one for a little while. The main reason was I was supposed to have plans. My plans fell through. Um, yeah, and there are a handful of. I have two screens going. I couldn't upload this video to YouTube, so I'm actually recording one separately for YouTube. Maybe if I put them closer together, I know that's stupid. Um, so yeah. Oh, I know how to do this. We do. No, that doesn't work. That work? That looks like it will work. Um, so yeah. Um, some of you actually like these, and I appreciate that. Um, I am going to. I'm now out of coffee. I am now going to go shut those blinds because I just realized the glare that is coming off of it. So I'll be back in 1 second. And I will turn on that. No, that doesn't make any goddamn difference at all. Is this? Yeah, I guess that makes it better. All right. So who is now watching? Sean Hanahan's watching. Hi, Sean. Hey, Billy. And hi, Mark. Yeah, so I lied. I said I wasn't going to do any more, and I'm doing more. I'm right here, in fact. So I would really like for people to say things, to either just start, bantering, because that's always fun. Um, or if you want me to learn something to play on here, just to goof. Um, again, on a complete joke, um, the other night somebody asked if I knew how to play any Kiss songs or Metallica. Nothing's up, Sean. Nothing at all, which is why I'm doing this video. So what happened is very late at night, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, after watching terrible horror movies, um, and speaking of horror or sci-fi or what have you, um, as everybody knows, or I'm sure everybody knows, the kid who played Chekhov in the more recent um, Star Trek movies passed away, and very sad. And a few people had talked about another movie he was in because I didn't know anything other than him being Chekhov. So he was in this movie called Odd Thomas, and a couple people were like, "Oh my God, such a brilliant movie!" Talking crazy about it, and a couple people were like, "It was horrible. It was stupid. It didn't make any sense." Um, for those people who said it didn't make any sense, you suck. The movie is awesome. I am going to put it online, not online. But I'm going to put it in a category of my likes, with like Donnie Darko. It was that good. He's awesome in it. So yeah, it was really good movie. But getting back to things, I say too much. I'm sorry. But yeah, after I'll shake my thing at you. After being up really, really late, I was like, haha, I will learn Kiss songs. And I don't like Kiss. I'm not a huge Kiss fan. I was a big Kiss fan when I was 11, in the 6th grade. Um, two friends of mine, two very, very good friends of mine, Camilo Calvo and Farid Salahma, or Freddie. Um, and I will tag you guys in this video so you can giggle. Well, we used to sit in Freddie's older brother's room and steal his records. And one of them was alive too, or alive, actually, probably both of them. And that was it. I pretty much those two albums and a small handful of other songs. But yeah, not a huge Kiss fan. But I like when other bands. I think I just don't like Paul and Gene's voices. So I like when people cover their stuff. So I actually learned the Death Angel version of Cold Gin, which isn't hard at all, and it's the exact same song, just more distortion. So yeah, I possibly didn't have enough coffee. Somebody is calling me. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Actually, need to get this. I apologize deeply for that. It was actually the doctor's office canceling an appointment that I had been waiting about 2 months for. Luckily, they are scheduling it for next week, so I don't have to wait until the middle of next month. So yeah, like I was saying, after watching horror movies very late and not being a Kiss fan, I decided to start learning other people's songs. I've never learned covers. And for those of you who've watched the other videos, they know this, because I've mentioned it many times. And it's not because I don't like other people's songs. It's just because I have absolutely no patience. I have no patience. So I would learn a riff, and then immediately get frustrated if I couldn't play the next one. Somewhere, I don't know if this is from being a parent or what have you. But in the last few months, and it's not that I've been a parent for the last few months, I've been a parent for almost 8 years. But in the last couple months, I've been able to, buckle down, just sit and attempt. I have more time on my hands. So yeah, I have been playing more, learning more, and writing more. I hadn't written a new riff in probably 5 years, and I've written almost 3 complete songs, which is really hard to do because I'm by myself. For you great, amazing musicians who are you know what I'm trying to say. I'll type it in the description or something. Multi-instrumentalists who can do that or have recording equipment that you can do that on. I'm not one of you. I can't do it. So I have a few guitar lines. I have a few bass lines. I need a drummer. I've always needed a drummer. I've worked with a couple of very good drummers, but it was always just like a day jam. Um, yeah, I can't remember. I think I was 16 last time I was in an actual band with a drummer. Usually it's just guitar circles, um, or a friend would come in and bust out some drum beats so we could record. Um, the band I was in college just had a drum machine, um, because we literally couldn't find a drummer that we knew at a music college, who was either willing or able to play, the stuff that our singer and main songwriter came up with. They just couldn't do it. He would sit behind the drum set and be like, they couldn't do it, so he just bought a drum machine. Um, and now he is, recording genius. Um, I'm going off on a tangent. But yeah, so between people who are watching these, you people, and my son requesting songs because he doesn't want to hear the songs that I play. Um, he wants to hear the songs he hears on the radio. Um, the first thing he wanted was Iron Man, and he was very excited when I could play Iron Man. And when he realized that Iron Man is essentially just that one riff, he didn't want me to know how to play Iron Man anymore. He actually was like, "Oh, so you only know that one part?" And I'm like, "It's only that one part." And I actually know everything but the ending solo. Um, so yeah, he wasn't into it. Um, so oh, and another thing, a buddy of mine out here, and I decided that we're going to try. If we can find a singer, we are going to try to do, like open night mic nights, doing, acoustics, uh, acoustic covers. So what our plan was, when I do that, it looks like I have a unibrow. What our plan was to do is we are going to do acoustic covers of very heavy songs. Um, the first song that we decided on, that we both thought would be hilarious, and I've actually heard acoustic versions of it, so it can be done and it is pretty funny. But we're going to try to find a singer and do acoustic covers. And the first song that we decided we're going to do is South of Heaven by Slayer. We're going to do it all acoustic. And I decided that in addition to this, I want to do, and for those of you who know, or for those of you who are paying attention or not paying attention or whatever, I have decided that I either want to do Lack of Comprehension or Philosopher, by the band Death, as acoustics. No effects on the guitars, no effects on the vocals. I really want to get a female vocalist, somebody who has range, and do it that way. I think that would be hilarious. Um, I actually know somebody who could pull it off. And she was watching earlier. She was watching the last video. But she is 3,000 miles away, so it's not going to work out. I'm being asked, for those who are actually watching the chat, I am being asked what range. Vocal range. I want somebody who has a decent one. A couple octaves, somebody who can go high and low. I would actually like somebody who can sing like Adele, because I think that would be absolutely amazing. Can you imagine Adele? Seriously, think about this. Think about this in your head. If you don't know the song, go look it up. You can, YouTube it all day long. Go look up South of Heaven by Slayer and imagine Adele singing and it being acoustic. It would be hilarious. And nobody would know what it was unless they knew the words or really, really knew the song well. Um, but yeah, so I just think that would be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to start playing in a second. I'm fiddling. My nose is very itchy. I was sick last night. I felt absolutely miserable. I'm getting over it. But I'm gonna fiddle with things on the floor right now. So my head is going to be missing, but you'll be able to hear me. All right. I have decided to make a slight change to. Oh, I have something. Since I can't come up with a name for it, maybe you guys can. Somebody come up with a name for that. Just that riff, because I don't have one. Sorry. So yeah, somebody come up with a name for that riff. And now I have that. No, I'm not naming it the Wise Riff. Um, but thank you for your input, Goofy. I don't want riff in the name of it. I want a name for the song, not the riff. If you can think of something that doesn't have the word riff in it, or my name, that'd be great. And this is going to be the cover of the album. This is. I don't care if there's other people in the band. Sorry. Actually, how does we're gonna try something new. That this could be Adele. Thanks, Rick, but I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Again, it says there are more people watching than are saying things. You can start talking, people, and chatting, and I'll do stuff. Make requests, and I'll learn how to play it for the next video. Um, you're a huge help, but not with song titles. Um, that's really loud. That's not on volume though. I screwed that up. That was horrible. I've been playing that riff forever. This one doesn't have a name either, Rick. Sorry about that. There are a handful of musicians. It's not a huge handful either. I like the fact. I'm going to stop and say that I like the fact that my old little friends from UMass are to um, stopping by to say hi. But going back, and I don't even know if I think the person just like popped in and split. There are a small handful, and the list is small. It's probably 30 people um, in the universe of people that I know, whose musical opinion means something to me. Um, there is a gentleman who just popped his head in, named Ray. He is one of these people. Philip, who was in my popped in on my last video, he is another. Um, these are people that I am actually kind of embarrassed that are watching these, because I do respect them immensely as musicians and as people. They're two great guys. They're two amazing musicians. Um, and for those of you who know me and have known me for a while, or for some people who are popping in and not saying anything, you've known me your entire lives, and you know who you are. But there are a few people whose opinions that I respect, and when they pop in, it frightens me, and I get nervous, and I screw up more than I already do. And for some others, there are people. Shh. I'm being told to shush, And I don't know if that's because this person wants me to play and not talk, even though we don't talk nearly as often as we should. Um, or if her children are asleep and she wants me to just shut up. In that case, she should she should get off the phone or her computer and attend to the children. I'm sorry, that wasn't nearly as funny and kind of spooky. That it was supposed to be fun. But yes, I'm gonna stop blabbing. I love you too. I'm gonna stop blabbing and play. But yeah, so you know, since I don't know if he's still here. He probably ran away because I suck. Um, but my buddy Ray, and he's probably sitting there going, "We met once and talked online a few times. We're not really buddies, but I love him. Probably one of my favorite vocalists ever. Uh, so check out if you're into. Actually, if you just like music. I was gonna say if you're into prog rock, but if you like music in general, go check out the band Echolyn. Echolyn. You will not be disappointed, and if you're disappointed, you have no taste in music. So there is a shout out for Ray. I'm gonna shut up now, and I don't know. I might play something. Um, for other people out there in the world who may have had something to do with me wanting to play guitar as a small child, early teens, I say, and that's all you get out of that. Because I play the song shitty. Um, but yeah, but I learned that riff for people like you. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get it to feedback. That is enough of that particular nonsense. Um, I am. I'll be right back. You enjoy the lack of anything on the screen other than my window. It will be like a minute, I swear to God. Was it a minute? I didn't time it. Um, it's not the Blair Witch Project. I hated that movie, by the way. It's one of two movies I actually one movie I did walk out on. I thought very seriously of walking out on that one. Um, all right. I don't think I need the amp. right. Um, I don't like when it does that. It keeps timing out. I realize I've been on. It timed out again. That's ridiculous. Come on. Facebook is trying to. Um, I was in the middle of saying something, then read that last comment. Uh, um, yeah, more guitar, less talk. Maybe amp. For all you kiddies out there, that's what you have to look forward to when you get old, making grunty noises. Making what you... Mr. Calvo, I actually made comments about you earlier on. I don't know if you were here for that, or you watched, or anything, but I made reference to you about 20 minutes ago. So, take what you will from that. And now, I think you can hear me better. Yeah, there we go. For Christ's sakes. So, yeah, all the comments went away. Huh. If anybody knows how to shut off the notifications on a Motorola phone, please let me know. So next time I make a video, unlike all the other videos I've made, you don't have to hear Kashmir 15 times. Though it's a great song. But here we go. I think I played that riff twice. I've been playing that song for like 15 years. For those who don't know, I actually wrote it for. I had the very beginning intro before, but I completed the song when I first started talking to her 17 years ago. Um, so I shouldn't be messing the thing up. Um, so